You did not just say that. You did not just tell me to go.
You better run, Greenlee. Lavery brothers are toxic.
How do you figure that? Yeah, no question. Braden's a psycho, and Jonathan's apparently his twisted little puppet, but how do you even compare?
I'm the Lavery brother that almost let them kill you.
You make it sound like you went along with their plan.
Greenlee, I wouldn't listen to the truth. Even after you told me what to look out for, I couldn't open my eyes, and for that, I will never forgive myself.
You're right. I should run away right now. This is the part where you beg me not to leave.
I want you to be safe.
You know what really kills me? I survived watching you nearly die. I survived being poisoned, thinking that I was losing my mind. I got through it all because of my love for you and yours for me. After that, we've been through the worst what could possibly come between us now.
I guess you really underestimated the family that you married into, didn't you?
Not really. I put the pieces together about Jonathan. I needed you then.
That's my point. Greenlee, you're only making my point. I trusted Jonathan over my own wife. I was protecting him when I should have been protecting you.
When I got at the hospital, you wouldn't let me out of your sight. You were so freaked that whoever poisoned me might try and poison me again. But then suddenly Jonathan admitted that he hit Maggie and you ran off to babysit him. It blew my mind. He walked away so easily.
There was nothing easy about that, Greenlee.
But you did it, and I've asked myself why a lot. Either you thought that I could handle myself, or deep down you guessed Jonathan was involved and you knew I'd be safe alone. Which was it, Ryan?
Deep down, I believed that you would be safe if I was with John. You, Bianca, and Maggie. I didn't even want to face the possibility that Jonathan drugged you, but the more that I yelled that he didn't, the more that I believed that he did. God, Greenlee. You were so right to be suspicious. Jonathan let Braden poison you. I mean, I love my brother, but I hate him. Because if he hadn't have gone to all the trouble to protect Braden, then you wouldn't have suffered as much as you did. If I hadn't have gone to all that trouble to protect Jonathan, then I would have found out what he was hiding so much sooner.
It means so much to hear you say that. But I'm still furious with you.
I was protecting Jonathan while he was running interference for Braden. You have every right to be angry with me. Some bloodline, huh? One brother's trying to kill me, the other one's trying to protect him, cover it up. If I ever even think about ragging on a member of your family, please cut my tongue out.
Deal. At least we agree on one thing. We're both ticked at you. Tell me we're gonna be all right. Just say we're gonna get through this.
We're gonna get through this. I will not let this tear us apart. But now I need you to tell me that you forgive me. You know, for not listening to you, for not trusting you.
I can do that. But I'll never forgive your brothers.
You don't have to worry about them. I'm gonna find Braden, and I'm gonna keep you safe.
And what about Jonathan? After all you've done for him, he chose to protect Braden. He knew who shot you, and he didn't say a word. How twisted is that?
It is twisted. It's beyond twisted. But I understand how he could do it.
Jonathan lied to us. He kept the truth about Braden. How can you not blame him?
I didn't say that I don't blame him. I said that I can understand how he could do it. Because when we were growing up, the three of us, all we had to believe in was each other. I mean, we learned really quickly how to have each other's backs. It's how we had one step up on the old man all the time. We took care of each other. That's all we still do.
How did Braden take care of you when he shot you?
I don't know. But Jonathan tried to do the impossible by taking care of both of us. Look, I pleaded guilty to a rape charge to protect Braden. I mean, I knew it wasn't right, but I did it. It was just like the reflex kicking in. And in a way, what Jonathan is doing isn't all that different. Especially considering he had it so much worse than we did.
Worse how?
I found out that after Braden and I left, our dad would play these games with him, these death games where he'd make Jonathan think he was gonna die and then he would pull him back.
Oh my God, Ryan. How horrible.
And I think my brother still lives in constant fear of my dad coming up from the grave and making true to his threats. And to make it worse, every time Jonathan was tortured, the old man would taunt him with how I left him.
If Jonathan had you thrown in his face every time he was tortured, he must have hated you for leaving. How could he not blame you? Maybe he still does. What if Jonathan is still protecting Braden? What if Braden still wants to kill you?
It's possible.
What are we gonna do about it?
You are gonna go and stay with Jack or at your old place. Okay, I wanna know that you're someplace safe.
What are you gonna do?
Me? I'm gonna give Braden a chance to finish the job.
Excuse me, I heard the big news. You framed Ethan and me to protect Brother Braden.
Drop it.
You are one pathetic puppy, Jonathan. I mean, I always sensed it, but who knew? It's just dumb luck that Ryan isn't dead and Greenlee isn't in the booby hatch.
You don't get it, okay? No one gets it.
No, I do get it. You are one sick, demented, twisted little boy.
Shut up, kid. Shut the hell up! To get my face kicked.
Andy, back off! You idiot!
What?
What is with you? What is the matter with you?
Well, you do something about her then. Wait, what are you doing? What are you...
I'm calling 911. It's time for the cops to come and bust your butt, Jonathan. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Hang up the phone, Kendall. Hey, Brian, she can't be calling the cops in here. Hang the phone up.
Well, what do I have to drill a hole in your skull for it to sink in that you do not get to work out your issues on women or anybody else?
She was threatening me.
So suck it up, man. What's the matter with you? She's got every right.
Excuse me, I was calling the cops on Jonathan.
Well, forget the cops for a second. It's my turn to lay down the law. All right, you guys, listen up.
No, you want to rage? Get in line. I was here first.
Look, Kendall, I'm really sorry I went off on you, okay?
Shut up.
Will you please just let me deal with my brother?
No, I'm dealing with both of you.
Hello, over here. Could you please maybe wamp up some concern for me and Ethan, Pine Valley enemies number 1 and 2? Falsely accused of drugging you into dementia and arrested for putting a hole in Ryan with a rifle and a sniper
Okay,
scope.
well, you and Ethan are off the lineup. The problem now is Braden.
Yes, I know, Greenlee filled me in already.
You believe me?
Yes. Derek ran the prints on the scrapbook and the note, and it's 100% Braden.
God, Prince Schmintz, forget about that. I say Johnny stole his brother's gun and he planted it in Ethan's storage locker. He set me up for poisoning Greenlee. So why don't we get Chief Fry over
Kendall,
here
please,
and have your brother
just
arrested
please,
for all of
Can
this?
we just wait until we find my brother, my other brother?
I say a felon on the hand is worth 2 Bradens in the bush.
Kendall, just wait until I'm done here. Is there any doubt in your mind that I love you beyond reason?
No, no doubt, not a shred.
Good. Because that love gives me an amazing window into who you are and how your mind works. I pretty much know what you're going to do before you do it, and right now, I don't like what I see.
Well, if you really do know me like you say you know me, then you know you gotta cut me some slack.
No. Loving wives do not let husbands make suicide runs. You can set a trap for Braden, but I'm not going to let you be the bait. Call the cops, Ryan.
Didn't I just do that?
Shut up, Kendall. Please. They're trained to deal with violent criminals. Let them bring Braden in.
Yeah, then they can swing by and pick up Johnny Boy.
Braden wants you dead. Don't step up and let him take another shot.
Come here. Look, I get why you're scared. I really do. But I know Braden. You know, the same way that you know me. I'm the best person to bring him in because I can get inside his head and stay one step ahead of him.
Then why don't you share this insider info with the police? Let them take the risks and let them take all the edges.
Look, I'm not playing hero here. I'm not being a human sacrifice. The point is he's dodged the police for 5 years. He hasn't been pulled over for anything as little as a broken taillight.
Which makes him scary as hell.
That's how we grew up. You know, we knew how to be invisible. His whole life is about not being caught, Greenlee, and there's only one person out there that can make him mad enough to risk showing himself, and that's me.
No, Ryan, no way. I brought this down on you, okay? I'll be the bait. I'll do it. Jack swore to bury me with Braden anyway, so I've got nothing to lose, okay? And a hell of a lot to gain.
I wouldn't trust you to decoy a wooden duck, you lying sack of garbage.
I want Braden stopped. I want our life back. Believe me.
This is way out of control.
I know that it feels that way, but you have to trust that I know what I'm doing here. This is going to end, and I'm going to be the one to end it.
If your scary psycho brother doesn't get to you first.
Not going to happen. Now, I got to be alone with Jonathan for a little while, but I promise you, no matter what we decide, we're not going to make a move without bringing you on board, okay?
No matter what deal you cut with Jonathan, you're still setting yourself up as bait.
Hey, I'm not going all cowboy on you here. The cops are going to be in place to grab him as soon as I bring him out. On my honor, Dynamite Kiddo and all of his superpowers would never try to do this solo.
Well, that's the first smart thing I've heard you say after calling Jonathan an idiot.
Every instinct in me screaming not to let you do this.
Come on, short stack. Let's go, leave these men folk alone. We'll go downstairs. I'll get you a nice vanilla martini. My treat.
I'll go. But I've got a really bad feeling about this.
It's going to be over soon. I promise. Okay, I have to undo what I did 5 years ago. Braden is out there because of me.
I won't stop until Jonathan pays for what he did to me and Ethan. Braden and Jonathan both locked up, sentenced to the same hell. It works for me.